Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Grandma. Y'all had told me about doing my story or my life. This is part one. Y'all come in, like, subscribe to go on my channel, send super thanks, whatever you want to do. I would appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. This is part one of my life. I think I was like 20 years old. Me and my mama moved in the projects. We always my favorite auntie Liz and my cousin Lisa Johnson. Shout out to her. And my grandma. We always lived in one house together. So me and my mom ended up moving to our own place in the projects. One day I wanted to get out and meet people and stuff. I got tired of just sitting in the house. I went out there and met the wrong people, y'all. I met some people that smoke crack. Mind me, I didn't know nothing about drugs then. So they was like, "Come over here. What's your name?" And it was apartments across from the projects. They wasn't in the project; they were across the street. Um, so I went over there and started talking. I went in the house. They was smoking crack. I still didn't know nothing what they was doing. So they asked me that I want to try. I said, yeah, like a big dummy, and tried it. When I tried it, it was over for. I ran home and told my mom, I said, Mama, somebody gave me some drugs. I don't know what to do. She was like, get off my porch, bye, go, gone. So I went up under the big tree in the projects and I said, and I was shaking, I was crying. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was just crying. So they had told me to come back over there. So I went back over there and I started hanging out with them. They showed me how to go out there and sell myself. So I went out there and tried to do what the other girls was doing, trying to sell myself, jumping in cars. But I was so stressed out about it. I would get in cars and just cry and tell them that I just got introduced. And the men would just give me the money to get out their car because I was getting up crying. So I went when they would come like the next day or whatever, they wouldn't stop and pick me up because they knew I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna get in the car and cry. A couple of people made me do something. Then I just started selling myself every day, all day. I just was selling myself. I was jumping in cars. An African had picked me up and took me to his house, y'all. He told me he wasn't gonna give me no money until I did what I supposed to have did. I didn't want to do it because he was stinking. So he said, "Well, come on, we about to go back. I'm gonna jump you off." I was like, "Oh, you not gonna give me no money?" And he was like, "No." And I was geeking for drugs so bad. I had a razor that they had gave me to take with me, and I took it out my pocket. It was in some paper. I took it out the paper and I sliced this. I sliced them, and he and I took his wallet and I jumped out the car and ran far as I could run. I ran into somebody's house that I knew. It was a crack house, and I ran in there and I had I was like, don't just lock the door, close the windows down. I was so freaking scared. I didn't know what to do. So at that point, I didn't come back out there and hang on that strip for a while because that's where he come through. So I went found me another strip to hang on. So y'all, I was just out there so bad, not bathing, looking a mess, cracked out. Oh my God, it hurted my mama so freaking bad. Like she was hurt, and then I ended up going back home. She let me come back home. I went back home. I started selling her TVs, and I was lying saying people was breaking in. She'll buy some more TVs. I sell them. I said somebody came in the house. I just kept selling her TVs every time she bought some. But back then it was some big TVs. It wasn't flat screens then. You know, back then we didn't have flat screens. It was them big old TVs. But back then they were new TVs then. But yeah, I kept selling them. People wanted to buy them like water. I was selling them for really nothing because I just wanted some crack. So I felt so bad, man. I put my mama through so much. Oh my God, y'all can't even imagine. So I steady was out there selling myself. I'm still in my 20s, y'all. Then, Lord, it's just so much. Um, like I said, my mama let me come back home, and then when she after I kept selling the TVs and stuff, one night I end up tricking with this guy. My mama was upstairs. I did it in the pantry room. How about when he gave me the money, I left out the back door. It was in the middle of the night. I left the door unlocked. I walked to my friend's house and brought some crack to come back home and smoke. I was sneaking smoke downstairs in the pantry room. How about the guy had done came, waited till I left, came in my mama house, went upstairs with my daughter and my mama in the bed, and went in my mama's pocketbook, took her $600 out for rent, and took the house key. I came back, the police and everything was at the house and my mama boyfriend. And she was like, don't come here, you done stole my money and everything out my pocket. I said, Mama, I swear to God I didn't. I said, it had to be that man that came back in there after he left. I said, Mama, I swear to God I did. And look at then the man came back and rode right past me. Like he was riding in circles. He didn't even care what he had did. So I was like, stop, stop, you done stole my mama money, her keys. He tried to run me over and he sped off. He didn't come back through there no more after that. I didn't see him. So my mama put me out again because she thought I had took her money and her keys. I was like, Mama, I swear to God. Now that time I really didn't do it. He came back in there and did it. And I thank the Lord that my daughter didn't wake up because he probably would have killed her or would have kidnapped her or anything. My mama was so out of his sleep. I'm glad my mama didn't wake up because he probably would have hurted my mama. So, y'all, it just, oh my God, I just did so much, man. And then she put me back out. So me back on the street again. I was staying with this girl Kathy that stayed in the projects. I was staying with her. She we were just smoking ourselves to death. Smoking and smoking and smoking and smoking, selling ourselves smoking, selling ourselves smoking. Then I end up she let me come back again. And when I came back this time, she had I had met this guy. He was in college at A&T. He was a big time dope dealer. His whole family sold big drugs. I ended up meeting him, and he just took me to his place. Y'all, when I said this man had one of them big old, what you call them big old chest things to be at the end of your bed, he had that filled with bricks of cocaine, powder cocaine. Like, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh Lord, I'm about to be OD'd up in here. And he was like, you want to move in with me? I said, yeah, sure. And found out him, his mama, his grandma, his brother, all them was, they lived in Charlotte. That's where he was from, but he was up here going to school. His whole family was one corporation. They sold big drugs. Like, they was the headquarters. The mama, the grandma, the daddy, the brother, all of them. So me and him start um, snorting the powder. That's all he did was snort it. So he ended up letting his uncle, crackhead uncle, move up here with us. His uncle smoked. One night I was in the bed, sleep. I wake up. I'm like, where the hell Sean at? I walked around the house. I ain't see him. I said, oh, he must be gone. So I knocked on his uncle door. I said, Sean, how you seen Sean? And he wouldn't answer. I went in the room and got the key out the drawer. So we had keys to all the doors. They had locks on them. Um, I went and got the key and I opened the door. He was in there so high. His uncle had done showed him how to smoke crack. Lord Jesus, what the heck his uncle do that for? Man, we smoked all them goddamn bricks was in that chest. It was over, I don't know how many y'all. We was cutting that shit and cooking it up. We was smoking so freaking bad. His brother ended up coming up here to get some of them bricks. Sean, he was so high, he would take tape and wrap it around his pocket. He would take tape and wrap it around his freaking pocket, y'all. He be thinking people going in his pockets when he get high. Now, mind me, he just started, so he knew to damn crack, but he always snorted powder. But he would take the door, tape around the doors, the room doors. He was a tape freak when he got high. His brother came to get some of them bricks. When his brother seen that shit, his brother was like, "What the hell going on here?" Y'all, I was sitting there so scared. I thought his brother was gonna try to hurt me or something, cause his brother probably like, "You been helping him get high with this stuff, our stuff." And it was all there. So Sean wasn't supposed to even mess with that shit like that. So the brother was like, "What the hell? Why is it tape around your pockets and around the doors?" And I kept trying to take the tape off him when I heard his brother trying to get in the house with the key. I kept saying, "Sean, take that goddamn tape off the door, off your pocket around you." He's so damn stupid, y'all. So his brother was like, "Why? What in the world? What happened to all the bricks? I'm missing two out of here." And Sean said something, made up some excuse. Something about he sold it or something. He needed the money for bills or something he was saying. And so his brother let it go then. But then y'all, we got scared because we had started doing smoking up so many of them bricks. We got scared. And we started going to hotel, different, big, expensive hotel. The Embassy Suites. The Embassy Suites, if y'all don't know what that is, that's a real where the rich people go. We stayed there for about 2 weeks. I know 2 weeks. Then we went to another hotel. We were just going to different hotels, staying for a couple of weeks, and getting high off them bricks. We kept going back and forth to the house, getting them bricks, cooking them up at the house, and coming back to the hotel because we didn't want to get caught by his brother. See, his mom and them didn't come up here. His brother only came to get the bricks and take them back down there. Y'all, Lord, it's a lot, y'all. I got a lot. This part one. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send super thanks to grandma. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all, the Amazon list is up here. It's on my bio. Tap on that thing and get grandma some stuff. I forgot to tell y'all in the last video, the Amazon list is in my bio. And I post it up under my post. So y'all, go check out some of the things and get it for grandma. Love y'all. This part one. I'm coming for part two.